little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Nice move to keep running. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head, in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Reed. Here comes the heat. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Second and long here. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Got it behind the line. It's Owens. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. With the catch, it's Doyle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Dumps it to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Knocked down immediately.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Left side is Sellers. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Might as well run him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, South Carolina. First points of the day are on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the return, it's Bussey. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The option, he'll keep it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Out wide right, it's Warren. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. Throwing Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Right side, it's Bussey. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the back.
Temple. Wide, Wilson, heads.
Here's Reed to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Got it, looking for the first down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Texas A&M going up tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Pulls it on the option. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Aggies look to keep this drive humming. The keeper on the option. Got enough for the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Reed. They're all over him. Buried before he can blink.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Out wide left, it's Bussey. Running free. He's at all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Rush right in his face. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Sellers. Stepping to the right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
Caught, and he's got room. At the 20. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Run in the red zone. It's Clark.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Sellers. Moving out to the right. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Got enough space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Deep in the end zone, it's Bussy. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out. It's Doyle. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Slips away. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires on the move. Out wide right, it's Doyle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Sellers to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you'll see this with offenses sometimes, man. They make a big play. They're going to stay aggressive, but the defense did a great job. You gave up one big play. Don't give up another one. They were prepared for it. Nice job defending the pass.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Again, it's Sellers. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Right side, it's Doyle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at New Mexico State taking on the number 14 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's New Mexico State with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
The back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Slides away. Going right and going deep. He's got it for a big play. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And these running backs, they practice with receivers now. They're running routes all the time, and you see, they give him the football out in space. He knows exactly how to run routes and how to do damage. And the best part is he's a running back after the catch. And look at him chew up the yards and make the big play and get all the way down the field.
On the move. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Caught. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader, and he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? Got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Left side, it's Bussey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Running inside, it's Owens. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. The option, the keeper. Pass to 6. On the move at the 30. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. In the backfield, it's Bussey. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Texas A&M going quickly. With the run on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And now 5 extra yards to cover after the false start. Still second and goal. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Now, and you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
It's third and goal and third and long. Flush to the left. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Now here's Sellers. Turns it upfield. Breaks into the open. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Makes the grab. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. And they're not on the same page there.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple of scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Texas A&M going up tempo.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. Enough to move the chains. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Turning it on. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. the score. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. From deep, it's Doyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Look out! Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Sellers. Fires to the right. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Aggie. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Well, this has been a defensive war, and we're just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick six late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll move the tight end. It's inside. It's Edwards. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina offense is back on the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have it. Makes a grab and room to run. He's at the 50. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation.
He's got it inside the 15. And he scores! Touchdown, South Carolina!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Leaves it in his belly. There he goes. Got the first down. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They're going to ride this running back.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Reed snags it. Fighting off the defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. There's a crease. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Turns upfield. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Aggies racing to the line in a hurry up. Out wide left, it's Bussey. Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Here's Sellers to throw. He's going to let it go. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Pulls it. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He'll keep it again on the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Throwing Reed. Right down the middle. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback keeps it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got...
Gets away from one, finds some space. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Throwing, Sellers. Under pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Gets away. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets...
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Taking it the other way. The 20. Past the 10. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw it. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the double.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Clark. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the one.
Hauls in the deep ball. The 20. Inside. Into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. After this, it'll be a wrap. Keeps it. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
This is